We are in last days. The Antichrist is in place. The false prophet is in place. In the way that we've been taught, and the way the books have been written, the good guys come to save the day after the Antichrist does his act. We've been lied to because it's the same entity that controls both the Antichrist and the Savior show. You see, I'm about to be famous in a very negative way, framed with crimes I would never commit, ever. They're going to say I'm a fake target, not really targeted, that I'm a plant, that I'm working for Satan. These are all lies. The amount of lies that I have had thrown against me in the last 6 years are in the thousands. After 3.5 years of horrific satanic ritual abuse, I meet Homer and Gina, not knowing that they are the ones primarily responsible for destroying every ounce of my life, everything. My career, slandering my name, getting me thrown on the terrorist watch list, I'm going to assume using artificial intelligence to say that I did sick things against children specifically. I meet them. They start talking to me about joining the cult at the member of the board level, which would have made me one of these savior gods, an Anunnaki god, after the Antichrist. I get scared. I thought it was crazy talk. It was all real. Gina had told me that her family has the ability to rewrite history, erase history, make adds, changes to history. Her ancestors are the ones that have created all religions. They control the narrative. Apparently there was a woman that was erased from history. Da Vinci Code. It would appear that I am Da Vinci Code. Our souls recycle. We've been taught that that's not the case, but it's yet one of the many lies we've been told. I'm going to lose my life. I'm going to be a satanic sacrifice. You know, I've worked with the FBI for 2 years. The Department of Homeland Security I actually met with, begging them to help me. But you see, this is spiritual in nature. And we are in end times. This is the Great Reset. Every few thousand years, there is a great reset where we get new gods. They depopulate the planet. They rid the earth of evil. But what you guys don't understand is that it's evil that's actually doing the ridding of so-called evil. They call it duality, where show your good side, but also embrace your darkness. Be nice during the day, kill at night. Those are your next gods. And your next Satan or adversary or angel of light truly is the light. Being framed as a violent pedophile. Gina telling me that I'm being targeted the way that I am, and the heavy targeting that I'm experiencing from Freemasons. You know, I was talking to a friend in Ireland that I met on Telegram, and gets a visit from a well-dressed man, I shall assume a Freemason, saying that I'm in denial of my crimes, not to talk to me because I'm dangerous. They plan to say that I'm the one that sold my soul and became violent and horrific. I've been away from my mom's house for, 4 months, living in my truck on the streets of Dallas, spending time with really anyone that will have me, and everyone's been very nice. So it's abundantly clear on who has had visits from, either the cult members or the FBI. But again, my inner circle that I had, my inner circle of friends, most of my family, maybe not all, but most of my family turning against me to go along with the narrative that I'm scary, violent, and dangerous. Because we are in end times, these guys are using black magic or frequency or whatever to literally have everyone systematically turn against me to go along with this narrative that I'm mentally ill, but they're really going to say that I'm possessed. Richardson, Texas Police Department not releasing the chest cams when I had to call them on my son, treating me like the horrendous abuser, hand on gun, not on their taser, not on their spray, acting terrified of me, going to the Texas Attorney General, seeking permission not to release that chest cam. That would have shown collusion. Protecting my son, because you see, my son did sell his soul. And he'll be the man. He will be the man in a few years that every tongue will confess, every knee will bow. That will be my son. No kidding. You can take it to the bank. Lost Book of John. Jesus worshipped a god named Sophia. That Sophia incarnate will just happen to be the woman that I spent 2 weeks with. That gave me a chance to join the occult. Gina, from Spain, lives in Colorado in the winter. You can't make this up. My story is so cruel that people tell me just to raise my vibration, and the dark entities can't touch you if you just raise your vibration. Go stick your toes in the grass, clear your chakras. But you don't understand, I have the government involved, Freemasons involved, literal serpent involved, underground civilization that possesses humans to achieve their end game above ground. That's what possession is. When you sell your soul, you're also agreeing to take on an entity. And I have been swarmed by people that have agreed to take on an entity. These people drink blood. These people hurt children. All the things that I'm going to be framed with. That's what they're doing. Guys, all I had to do 2 years ago in Denver, Colorado, with Homer and Gina, was sell my soul. That's it. I wouldn't be making these goofy videos, begging for my humanity to be recognized, begging for human decency. Heck, I don't know, begging for another chance. Knowing what I know now, that these people think I'm Da Vinci Code, well, that would mean I would be the one to be upset if someone sold their soul. So knowing that the serpent controls both sides of the coin, and Satan is a master of disguises, there would have been no harm, no foul. I wouldn't have gone to hell had I sold my soul. But I've been told I'm going to hell twice for not. Because the serpent controls everything. People can't handle my truth. It's not what they were taught. It's not what they were read in their book. It's not what they've had ingrained into their mind since childhood. It's all lies. This entire world is a lie. My entire life has been a lie. I literally have no one. Absolutely no one. I don't know where to go from here other than to end it. I just want to make it clear, you will hear my name soon. And there will be the most horrific, disgusting things said about me. And they're all lies. It will be the greatest, largest, most diabolical frame job in human history. The most disgusting story ever told, mine. If they were to make a movie on the last 6 years of my life, there wouldn't be a dry eye in the theater. Abduction attempts, having to rehome my pets, having them attempt to poison my pets, poison me, directed energy attacks so severe that it almost severs my cervical spine, gives me a cancer diagnosis, 3 MRIs required, a preliminary radiosarcoma diagnosis on my neck, a potential ALS diagnosis on my brain. What I've been through, no one should have to go through. But it looks like, guys, I'll be your next Satan. I am quite serious. I'm quite serious. You know, I grew up on a farm, very, very innocent person, loved life, always a smile on my face. And if I had told my 18-year-old self what was going to happen to me at the age 50 or 52 today, I wouldn't have even been able to fathom the maniacal treatment that anyone would have to go through. And it's my story. It's my story. I'm not mentally ill. In fact, I'm, quite frankly, just about the most sane person I know and maybe have ever known. I understand how the world works. And you will never know how the world works because you're conditioned to believe certain things. You believe propaganda. You believe what you're spoon-fed. And that's it. So more than likely, you will believe that I'm a liar. I'm a deceiver. I'm a fake target. I'm the one that sold my soul. And it is my son and Gina and Katasha that are the light, and they're wonderful and they're amazing. Meanwhile, I lose my literal head. Meanwhile, I get murdered. Yeah, I was told I was going to get arrested and guillotined and have my heart eaten. These people aren't human anymore once you sell your souls. There are people that live underground that are not human at all. That's why all the children go missing. That's why there are people that are drinking blood. That's why there are people that are involved in trafficking. That's why there are people that are involved in blood sex rituals. That's why there's such a thing as satanic ritual abuse. They are saying that I do everything that they are doing. And that's what Satanism is. It's taking what is pure in nature and inverting it. Taking what is evil and making it good. Taking what is good and making it evil. Out of 8 billion people, my targeting instance is a little different than some of the others. I am hands down one of, if not the most persecuted person in the world out of 8 billion people. I could spend 3 hours walking through the things that have happened to me. Horrific. I literally have 2 bags of clothes, and that's it. After a 28 year in the tech industry. Had a nice home, Nice crate and barrel furniture that got stolen. Had a nice car. Had a nice yearly earnings. I've lost almost $1 million. There's not one single person that will protect me. There's not one government agency that will protect me. There's not one single family member that will go to bat and defend me. At a minimum, the people that are around me that are possessed could ask those entities that use them as clothes to talk to me. When I met Gina and Homer and got my chance to join the occult, it was the way it was done. It was very, very, very weird. Homer Bosch coming to me on an elevator with a dozen roses while I'm on a date with someone that I didn't know very well, bouncing up and down, trying to be romantic, heel to toe with his roses. I will give you a rose for one of those donuts that you're holding. In a weird voice, face contorting. I got scared. My PTSD is beyond unbelievable. And I completely shut down when I was told I would live in a castle with a moat. I could be a member of the board of the 666. And I can assure you that if I knew how the world works, that they think I'm Da Vinci Code. They will say God is a woman. The supreme God is a woman. And that's who Yeshua, Jesus, whatever they decide to call him, worshipped. And had someone said, Crystal, you were that person thousands of years ago. The soul that's in your body was in whatever, this original creator God's body. And you were unalived by us thousands of years ago. I'm going to assume I was tag teamed by draconians, possibly gobbled up like a chicken nugget before I could do anything to defend myself. And the serpent has all of those supernatural powers, every bit of it. So here in a few years, my son and Gina are going to be badass rock stars, man. Performing all the miracles that will have everyone biting. Meanwhile, I'll be dead. Actually, I guess I probably will be in hell. Literally. For eternity. When I have been nothing but a good person to everyone that I know for 52 years. I've never hurt anyone. I've never hit anyone. I've only cussed someone out twice. And that was recently. And it was deserved. Not knowing what was happening to me. Just everyone ganging up on me, literally. Attorneys, doctors, sheriff's departments, local law enforcement, company I used to work for, my son, my last two exes. Literally everyone all at once ganged up on me. I don't know how I have survived it this long. Trying to commit suicide a couple of years ago after never being suicidal a day in my life in Durant, Oklahoma. And Homer Bosch having access to the rural ICU unit that I was in, clearing it out and performing skits for the dark web in the ICU that I was staying in. People have said, I don't know why you're so paranoid. Just move forward. Just get past this. And it's like, you don't understand what's coming. There are mass arrests coming. I get hated on social media, threatened on social media, because I've isolated. I haven't made myself really available to be in front of people face to face for abuse. Crystal, you will be barred witness soon for a whole nation to see. They plan on dragging me out in front of the entire country to say, here's the most prolific, I don't know, based on comments from people in the occult, the most prolific pedophile, child trafficker, bud drinker, child harmer. I don't know. I guess it's going to be one of those or all of the above. I've been having to donate plasma just to eat for the last few months. And I used to make $250,000 a year. I used to never really have to worry about where my next meal was going to come from. And my son had been trying to harm me before I even got the chance to join the cult, before I had the chance to pass or fail their test. So he agreed that I would be his blood sacrifice. I mean, this is the Illuminati. Blood sacrifices are as real as the sun shines, as the sky is blue, as the air we breathe. It goes hand in hand. And I had to take a title loan out on my truck that I can't pay back, just to be able to put gas in my car, and I haven't been able to make those payments back. And so now I have every tow truck with me in their sights. So I have no words for my treatment other than I'm the most persecuted person in the world, and it's because of who I am, who I incarnated as, and you people have no idea who you're worshiping and who you will be worshiping and who will be deemed the bad guy. Apparently the person that will be the bad guy here pretty soon, bad girl, gal, was the one that people praised thousands of years ago. Da Vinci Code. That's what they told me. If you want to know why you're targeting, watch Da Vinci Code.